Oh boy, we are never gonna keep this clan healthy, are we? At least we're managing to step up a bit, but with our mentor down for the count, yeah, this is gonna be rough. Hello everybody, Salty Sweet Ren here, and welcome back to DragonClan, where we are down our best healer, and now we have to rely on an apprentice, us, and somebody else who's barely out of apprenticehood themselves, Rootseeker, to take care of the entire clan. But seriously, how are we gonna survive this? I genuinely don't know. We lost Archblaze, who, by the way, was my favorite cat outside of ourselves. Archblaze was amazing. And now he's gone and I'm kind of just at a loss. Like, poor Rootseeker has always seemed to just have everything on her shoulders. She wonders if it's too late to become a mediator. Oh, Rootseeker. It might be, honestly, I'm sorry. But we also only have 2 siblings left. We have lost our other siblings. All we have left are Hillpaw and Rockpaw, where you're in the apprentice's den, Rockpaw. So, if you're trying to do too much, you need to feebly ask Broken Kit for help? Oh, buddy, you're also the only queen. Or at least like queen, apprentice. Yeah, we really have to take care of them. I don't want to lose them too. So we're gonna have to really step up and try and do everything we can to just make sure everybody is taken care of, this entire clan. But before we continue, I know that you guys are all sick and tired of the usual YouTuber spiel that you hear, but if you're interested in this series, please do be sure to go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below to feed the algorithm so that YouTube knows that you're enjoying the content that I've been creating and putting out there, and it will help it reach more people. I'm also uploading the unedited episodes over on Patreon before they come out here on YouTube, so if you want to check those out, you can find the link to my Patreon down in the description, or you can see at the end of the video along with like names of everyone who's a Patreon supporter so far. I'm going to be also starting to name some of the kits and newcomers after Patreon cats that they submit to my Sims 3 series. Like already the newest kits. Oh, I thought I had saved it. Apparently I didn't. I had named Thrift Kit to Time Kit actually. Which, hello? Time, there we go. But yeah, I'm going to be naming kits and newcomers after cats that were submitted to my Sims 3 series by Patreon members. If you're a member of my Patreon, you can go ahead and submit cats to my Clans of the Island series that will also show up in my, in whatever we end up calling the Fantasy Apocalypse series I'm going to be doing. So if that interests you, you can submit cats every month if you join the Patreon over there. But, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and, code word for this episode will be blanket? Yeah. Anyways, let's continue on and see what happens next. A clan meeting has your attention. Danger in the territory means every cat should be on high alert this moon. Oh boy. A Treepaw seems to be... Oh, hang on. Do I have... A Treepaw seems to be having a very hard time lately. You extend some kindness to him, and he's soon bouncing back thanks to you. Well, that's good. Today's a good day to spend with the elders. Blue Speckle is thrilled that you've come to join them. When, DragonClan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. We already knew about this. Cats will be sick and hurt for longer and have a higher chance of dying. That terrifies me still. Toadsnout wakes one day after moons of numbness and feels as though the world is less dull. Thank you, Toadsnout! You're the healer. You should not be so bad off that you leave everything in the hands of your 2 apprentice-level cats. Sandy Swoop has gotten fleas. A kitty pet waits on the border for patrol, and, finding one led by Marigold Cricket, asks to join the clan. The kitty pet decides to take on a more clan-like name and is now called Flint Shatter. I actually am gonna change Flint Shatter's name really quick, cause okay, you do look a little different from what the cat is, but there is a cat, like I was talking about with Patreon cats, there's a cat submitted by a patron named Flint Claw, who in my Clans of the Island series is a Tide Clan cat, but Flint Claw. Okay. Bright Smoke has recovered from heat exhaustion. Hickory Shadow got his paw stuck in a two-leg trap, but luckily escaped with only a sprain. Young Rockpaw is ready to embrace his role as a queen earlier than many expected. The clan gathers to offer support and blessings for his new journey. And Violet Kit managed to recover from his heat exhaustion. Okay. So Rockpaw is now Rockshade. Ooh, okay. As for any major events happening, just gonna focus on high positive or high negative stuff. Blue Speckle and Toads now enjoy each other's company. Okay. Blue Speckle realizes that Gossamer Peak would put his life on the line for a clanmate. Also a high positive effect. Petal Rump can't help but laugh when Larch Snow tells a funny joke, and Pranspaw learns some pelt grooming techniques from Sandy Swoop and tells Sandy Swoop some of her own. Nice, nice. Pranspaw accidentally hurts James during an argument between them. Pranspaw, I don't think... We're enemies with Pranspaw though, aren't we? I think so. It's been a while since I recorded. A clanmate tells Liar Zoom that Oakpaw's stories are better. Oh dear. Oakpaw tries to look at Warmburst's actions from another perspective and starts to like her more. Mothpaw thinks Tremble is lying when she apologizes for something. Oh dear. Meringue doesn't shy away from Rockshade's presence. High positive effect. Okay. So I am very proud of our brother Rockshade, wherever you may be. You're already the only queen. Let's go ahead and give you... let's go ahead and check in on you. See how you're doing, Rockshade. Rockshade looks after Time Kit fondly. He's so sweet with the kits, despite his less than sweet disposition towards every cat else. Aww. You know, I'm very proud of Rockshade. How are we doing? We are sitting quietly watching cats go about their day. We're still just a trainee, but we have 40 experience. Hopefully... Oh, there's Rootseeker. Was I actually... I don't think I was trying to click on you. I think I was trying to click on the medicine den, but... you saw some kitty pets playing with colorful moss balls. Let's check in on you, Rootseeker. Shouldn't you be out with Toadsnout? When I was your age, I'd never be caught dead shirking my duties. Yeah, well, Toadsnout has finally just snapped back, so we'll check. We can care for a clan of up to 40 members, including ourselves. Yeah, about those 40 members, we are way past 40 members now. We have Time Kit and Mud Kit. Is there a cat I can change your name to because you're also one of the younger kits? Trying to think. Maybe Birdie, or I'll call you Bird Kid, I think. So, Bird Kid. Let's see. From here, where is our other brother? Hillpaw. There you are. Having a nice conversation with the cats guarding camp. Hillpaw tackles you from behind. Rah! HydraClan warrior, feel my wrath! Don't worry, it's just me, Whisperpaw. Did I scare you? That's a move James taught me. Cool, huh? I can't wait to try it out for real. Has Toadsnout taught you anything cool yet? Yeah, well, about that, Toadsnout has been down for the count for a while. And we are still struggling. Really? Wow, I never realized that Toadsnout was such a cruddy mentor. If you ever want to learn some moves, I could always teach you. I appreciate that, Hillpaw, but I'm a healer apprentice, not a warrior apprentice, but you know, some moves could come in handy. I could still hang out with you. We could have our own little training sessions. It'd be like James was your mentor by proxy. Again, I don't think James knows much about healing, but thanks anyway. Just let me know. I'll keep that in mind. Really appreciate you though, Hillpaw. Let's see. Large Snow. Still have the little enemy thing going on. Helps out around camp in between her duties. Authority? Please, they're just cats without their voices. Doesn't mean they're right. Uh-huh. Who else? Who else? Treepaw! Daydreams about being a warrior in Tiger Clan. We've kind of been bonding a little bit with Treepaw, a little bit more. Let's go ahead and chat. I can't help you right now. Ask Electron or some cat. No, I'm not busy. I just want to spend some time alone. Aw, Treepaw. I'm sorry. I hope you're doing okay. What is your relationships with everybody? Just have some platonic like with Whisperpaw. Why is Show Dead on? I thought I had that turned off. Oakpaw has a hard time keeping up with her training. Oh dear. Hello there, Whisperpaw. I saved us this prey. Would you like to share it? You know what? I like seeing you, especially to share a fresh kill with. Aww. I feel like you get me, and that's such a comforting thing. I'm happy to know you, Whisperpaw. Oh, Oakpaw, that's so sweet. She's lonesome, a careful listener, and quick to help. I wonder if that will ever turn into something, because, like, I can be oblivious, so I don't know if that's just, like, was that kind of like her flirting autonomously or something else? I don't know. Grey Egg is finding the buzzing of the cicadas annoying. Oh dear. Grey Egg glares off into the distance with an impossible intensity. You ask her what she's thinking about. Trust me, you don't want to know. Okay then. And Gale Dusk brags about his latest exploits to any cat that will listen. How are you, Dad? Did you see Water Lake all covered in grass? We were on patrol and they saw a field that was begging them to roll around in it or something like that. They looked absolutely ridiculous, but they seemed to enjoy it, so good for them, I guess? Good for them, I guess, yeah. Warmburst can't wait to take a nap later. Warmburst gazes up at Shadowstar atop the leader's den with an unreadable expression on her face. With any luck, she'll one day take over the position for herself. You can't even imagine how that must feel. Ooh. Is that... What do you think of Shadowstar? Okay, it's mostly like, okay. I was about to be like, is that a... like, are you like a little overambitious? What about Toadsnout, now that you're feeling better? You're cowering in your nest during a particularly rough storm. Toadsnout. Toadsnout avoids stepping in every puddle in camp after a rain. Confused by this ritual, you ask her why. If I'm being honest, I can't stand the look of my own reflection. Plus, it's no good getting my paws wet either. Oh, that's kind of sad, honestly. Oh, really? You think so? I probably overshared again, didn't I? Really gotta get better about doing that. Oh, sorry, Toadsnout? Mothpaw? Wait, you're also our sibling. Why'd I think you were dead? Family tree, if I look at siblings... two siblings are dead. We have Mothpaw still! Is wondering if Ember Thrush is doing well in Star Clan. Well, we'll chat with you. Leaders, warriors, borders, and territories. Things have been running the same way for hundreds, if not thousands of moons. But is it really the best way of doing things? You and me, Whisperpaw. We're the ones who are gonna change things for the better. I just know it. Ooh, okay. You're troublesome, so I wonder what that is gonna be about. Meringue tries to set a good example for younger cats. Well, we can check on you. Well, if it isn't Whisperpaw, my favorite cat. Nice weather today, isn't it? Almost makes you feel like things aren't so bad around here, huh? Meringue grins at you and you're shocked by just how entrancing her smile is. Okay, okay. And let's see, let's do ourselves a LifeGen patrol really quick. Go on patrol. Your mentor's taking you to a hidden place where special medicinal herbs grow. You feel excited and privileged. You struggle to find the correct herbs and accidentally pick a few wrong ones. Your mentor corrects you, reminding you to be patient and observant. We really need to step up, though, because our clan desperately needs more prepared apprentices. Looks like we're going on a patrol with Flintclaw and Gale Dusk. Alright, Flintclaw, newcomer, let's see. Once Mulane starts to tower over the other plants, it's a good time to harvest it. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Whisperpaw could swear that there's usually some Mulane around here, but not this time. We're really not doing great with this. Like, we've had to step up. And we still need to step up. Still a trainee, but 49 experience ain't bad from 40 today. Ooh. Sandy Swoop spies a fat rabbit on the other side of the Hydra Clan border. A tempting opportunity, to be sure, but it may not be wise to hunt in a different clan's territory. Well, might as well see what happens. Sandy Swoop leaps for the rabbit and promptly trips over a rock. The rabbit hops away as Sandy Swoop sheepishly picks himself up before noticing the Hydra Clan cat watching him from the other side of the border. The other cat knows exactly what Sandy Swoop was intending to do and turns away, presumably to report the incident to their own leader. Ooh boy. The Hydra Clan is kind of our rival, so you know. Oh, I missed what it said at first, because I thought this was just a regular training patrol, but what? The spirit beside him calls to Treepaw, a murmur that drifts in and out of James' hearing, making his ears twitch. It isn't bad advice, though. After another fall, James pads forwards to pass on the message. It can be difficult to interpret the words of those who've gone beyond, but seeing as the spirit who has been sitting there yowling the same advice over and over again, James deciphers the otherworldly message. I missed whatever happened first. I'll probably slow down when I'm editing so you guys can see what this was. But man. Okay, this could be bad. Tremble wanders past an old badger set dug into the rocky hillside, only to freeze. There's a new scent here, acrid and sour. Calling the rest of the patrol over, which is just Water Lake, the cats discuss their next move. If a badger has moved in, they need to confirm it. Tremble comes up with a plan. Excuse me. Pushing loose rocks in front of the set's mouth. The cats will be able to come back tomorrow to see if anything has shoved them out of the way. Ooh. Shadowstar and Coldfur. The patrol tracks the scent of a large dog along the edge of the clan's territory. And when the patrol comes upon the dog, it leaves for Coldfur. She responds on sheer instinct, which is to say, she barks right back in the dog's face. The dog falters in its attack just for a moment, but that fraction of a heartbeat allows the patrol to get the upper paw and drive off the dog. Shadowstar is amazed by Coldfur's unconventional technique. Well, okay, sure. Alright, let's go ahead and see what the next moon has in store. It's time. You take your place beside Toadsnout. The ground under you seems to hum with the weight of tradition, of some ceremonies past and yet to come. Toadsnout, ever the guide, brushes her tail along your side. You step closer and she rests her muzzle against your head. She whispers some words and turns her gaze to the stars. As you share a moment of silence, a pact is formed, a promise to her clan that they will guide and heal under the moon's eternal watch. You will now be known as Whisperclaw, a full medicine cat of the clan. Whisperclaw, interesting name for a medicine cat then. Ooh, terrible weather convinces Shadowstar to skip this gathering. Any befriending of Phoenix Clan can wait until the sky isn't caving in on DragonClan. Okay. Shadowstar was seen chasing Rogue off the territory. The clan has encountered Diesel. I think we've already met Diesel, haven't we? Fish River heads to the medicine den, hoping that Root Seeker will give her some poppy seeds to help dampen the nightmares that have been plaguing her. Lightstripe managed to recover from his heat exhaustion. Petalrump's heat exhaustion has abated. Petalrump was seen speaking calmly to a cat from Hydra Clan. Twigspike has gotten heat stroke. Brightsmoke has gotten heat exhaustion. Furledstripe has recovered from his dislocated joint. Furledstripe is no longer sore. The thought of fighting and hurting another cat makes Broken Paw shiver. She decides to heal instead of fight, and Root Seeker takes her under her wing. Okay. You know what? I think, wait, you were a broken kid before, weren't you? You're a new apprentice. Okay, we got new apprentices. And new healer. Thank you, Broken Paw, for joining us. Broken Paw was given bleeding hearts as a congratulations. James watches from the side with a jealous glint in his eyes. Ooh. Ruined Paw sits excitedly beside Gossamer Peak as the meeting ends and hopes she'll be doing something exciting like battle training first. Her claws are itching to tear at something. Green Paw has reached the age of 6 moons and has been made an apprentice with Cold Fur as his mentor. Waterlake sees how nervous Violet Paw is and whispers a quiet encouragement to him as they touch noses, promising to be a good mentor to him. Electron was seen arguing and borderline fighting with a loner. The clan has encountered Burrow. Time Kit Play fought a bit too hard and got a little bruised. Oh dear. Let's see. Gossamer Peak feels betrayed by something Mistletail said. Oh dear. Grey Egg knows that Oakpaw fake laughed at her joke. There's no other high relationship events. What about StarClan? Scratch Freckle blames StarClan for her bad fur day. Faith decreased. Petalrump tells Violet Kid a story about StarClan, so faith increased. For most cats, faith is just increasing, it looks like. What about for us, though? What's our faith at? Still, we outwardly dismiss the Dark Forest as a kid's tale, but hold an internal curiosity about the place. Interesting. We're building a nest underground, apparently. Okay. And speaking of bleeding hearts, ooh. Let's see. Broken Paw tries to do too much at once and defeatedly asks Marigold Cricket for help. Oh dear. I'm gonna go ahead and put you at 2 because you're going to be a fellow healer apprentice. So let's talk to ya. Hello, Whisperclaw. Broken Paw, a cat who usually puts off such harmless antics, stares at you as though you had just witnessed her commit the ultimate atrocity. You notice a slight mess dripping from her jaws. So, how are you? Have you, eaten well? No? Did I eat the last of the fresh kill? Of course not! Why would a tiny goofy little cat like me ever do that? If you really think I ate the last piece, you must think I'm some kind of monster. Okay, fine. I'm a terrible liar. I ate the last piece. Please don't tell anyone I was starving and I couldn't help myself. Please don't hate. Oh, wait. You aren't mad? Oh, okay. This is a Broken Paw. Oh my goodness. So you're bouncy, quick-witted, and you splash in puddles. What's your relationship with James? Because that jealousy kinda... No relationship with James, apparently. Let's see. Hillpaw, can't wait to take a nap later. Your mentor is James. Hillpaw's talking with Waterlake across camp. Haha, yeah, and then... Oh, here's the cat of the hour, my sister. What's up? Me and Waterlake were just talking about some embarrassing moments. Really? Oh, speaking of embarrassing, hey, you gotta get a load of this story. Hillpaw then proceeds to regale the cat with the most embarrassing possible stories from your kithood as possible. Why? Clearly, your clanmate sees you in a new light now, and Hillpaw shoots you a smarmy grin. Not to worry, you'll get him back later. Yeah, I'm sure I will. Let's see. Oakpaw, you want to learn as many fighting techniques as you can? Ah, so stupid, Oakpaw! Whisperclaw, how long have you been standing there? Why was I talking to myself? It's like the dumbest thing ever. Gale just gave me this surprise assessment today and I totally flunked it. How could I have answered that the best way to catch a fish is by swimming up to it? It doesn't even make any sense. I just know that Gale Dusk is still laughing at me. The whole clan probably is. You tell Oakpaw not to be so hard on herself. But if I'm not hard on myself, then how will I ever become stronger? I refuse to be an embarrassment to my clan and mentor. I'll pass that assessment next time. Whatever it takes. Oh, Oakpaw, I do believe in you. See, Rockshade is grunting rudely at passerby. You watch Mothpaw try again and again to make Rockshade laugh. He tells all sorts of jokes, makes funny faces, falls over on his paws. Nothing can break that stony glare. But one look at you and Rockshade breaks out into a huge smile. He trots over to greet you as the defeated apprentice slinks away. Yep, you know, that's just par for the course. I just accidentally clicked on Time Kit, but you're yowling after the older cats to gather more trinkets for your collections. Aww. You're noisy and you have morbid curiosity. Time Kit tackles you with a squeal. Whisperclaw, Whisperclaw, come on, let's play! What are our characters? Psh, who cares? I don't want to play pretend, I just want to battle! Aw, Time Kit. That's adorable, honestly. Mothpaw, you were who I was looking for. I never actually seemed to see you, like, ever. And you had a very strange dream. I wandered by the Tulip place while I was hunting. They were parading around the streets with rainbows and other combinations of colors. But a few of them were being mean to the ones with rainbows. I might have made dirt near the dens of the mean ones. Aw, good on you, Mothpaw, good on you. Greenpaw is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad. Huh. Greenpaw is batting a rock between his paws while sitting in his nest. Oh, Whisperclaw? Didn't expect to see you here. I found this rock in the river when I was training. You think I should have been paying attention? I was, don't worry, I wouldn't neglect my training like that. We're really not apprentices for that long, so I think I've got to get everything out of it. But that doesn't mean I can't find pleasure in it too. Gotta find the little things, like a nice rock. You know, good rock is very good, so, you know. Petal Rump is eavesdropping on Flurry Night. Actually, if I'm not mistaken about relationships, I think it was actually just from our side, unless I'm wrong. Oh yeah, we don't like Petal Rump. Petal Rump apparently likes us a bit. But we don't like Petal Rump, so I'll go ahead and talk. I want to climb the mountains and touch the clouds. Every cat thinks I'm biting off more than I can chew, but one day I'll make it. Yeah, good luck with that. I hope you choke on a bird. I had to do that, sorry. See, Rowanpaw saw some kitty pets playing with colorful moss balls. Rowanpaw stretches out blissfully in a sunbeam. In the middle of the clearing, while the rest of the clan has to avoid tripping over her. Not the most considerate cat, is she? Apparently not. And Gale Dusk yawns in the middle of Mousetooth's story. Whisperclaw, if you ever need a warrior escort while gathering herbs, you'll come to me, right? I'll keep you safe from any danger that comes your way. Ya! Hiya! Gale Dusk mimes battle moves against imaginary enemies. Yeah, fair enough, okay. Toadsnout saw a pair of two legs near camp today. Ooh, that could be bad. We don't like two legs. As you prepare the herbs to treat Cedar Spring, Toadsnout gently shakes Cedar Spring to wake her. Your sick clanmate lets out a labored breath, but otherwise doesn't react. Toadsnout shakes her again, harder this time, but Cedar Spring still doesn't awaken. As you trot over with the herbs, you see panic in Toadsnout's eyes as she tries for a third time to rouse her patient. Cedar Spring stirs and looks blearily up at you both, and Toadsnout slumps in relief. She tries to maintain a calm expression as she gives Cedar Spring her herbs, but her fear still lingers. Ooh, how is Cedar Spring actually? You've got an infected bite wound for past 3 moons. I'm gonna just click on this. We can care for up to 52 members, including ourselves. Okay. Well, hopefully that will last. Alright, let's go ahead and do ourselves a LifeGen patrol and see how this goes. A new kit has been born in the camp. It's your responsibility to check the kit's health and assure the queen everything is alright. Has there been a new kit born in the camp? You notice that the kid isn't feeding properly. After some effort, you manage to help, but it's a reminder of the importance of your role. Has a new kid been born in camp? No, there hasn't. Okay. Alright, looks like we're going to be going on an herb gathering patrol with Electron and Lyre Zoom. Whisperclaw heads out on what promises to be a fragrant patrol, searching for wild garlic with a gathering patrol. The leaves, and especially the bulbs of wild garlic, are the preeminent herb to treat infection, even if using them literally always resulting in either the patient or their loved ones complaining about the smell. The patrol looks a little disgusted, but there's still a great help to Whisperclaw for gathering it. Thankfully, the mallow that was gathered is a lot more appreciated by the members of the clan suffering from belly aches. That's good, that's good. Oh, this always happens. This always happens. The patrol encounters a swarm of two-legs gathered at the foot of the mountain. I am worried about Ren, who was Talonpaw's father. But if Cold Fur gets taken, we have one less mouth to feed. Like, that sounds terrible. It sounds terrible, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not particularly attached to Cold Fur. It's a 50-50 chance, if things go wrong, which cat gets taken. And again, Ren could wonder if, like, maybe this is how he finds Talonpaw, because maybe he doesn't know that Talonpaw is actually dead. Proceed. Okay, the patrol immediately turns and heads for home to report this to their leader, alarmed by the sudden presence of two legs in their territory. Okay. Everything went okay. Let's see, let's do another moon, see what happens. Toad now basks in the sun with Hillpaw, or hang on, are we? Let me go ahead and... There we go, I have to undo that. Come back. Okay, Grey Egg visits you after you had a very cross conversation with Sandy Swoop. As Phoenix Clan's leader gives their speech during the gathering, Shadowstar bellows with laughter at one of their jokes. Only it wasn't a joke, apparently. Shadowstar apologizes profusely, but the damage is already done. Oh dear. Ren has gotten white cough. Twigspike is no longer suffering from heat stroke. Mousetooth has gotten a running nose. Cedar Spring's infection is gone. Cedar Spring healed from their bite wound, but will forever be marked by a scar. Cedar Spring was taking some prey from the fresh kill pile, only to find a horde of rats. While Cedar Spring managed to fight off every last rat, she got injured in the process. Cedar Spring, I thought you were supposed to... Wasn't this what happened before, or was it a different kind of injury? Hickory Shadow can walk and move without pain. His sprain must have healed. Transpaw picks herself up out of her nest and begins the day anew, a fresh conviction in her heart. Shadowstar rests her muzzle on Oak Needle's head and declares her to be a full warrior of DragonClan, honoring her hard work. DragonClan welcomes Mothfeather as a new warrior, honoring his dependability. Shadowstar calls the clan to a meeting and declares Treepaw to be a warrior. He is now called Tree Lake and is celebrated for his calmness. Moraine finally feels back to normal after seeing the strain of birthing a litter. James was seen arguing and borderline fighting with a cat from Phoenix Clan. Rowan Paw is no longer bruised. Time Kit's bruises have disappeared. Okay. Now how are things? If I can only look at the high effects of everything. I will want to visit Grey Egg. Rockshade doesn't shy away from Broken Paw's presence. Okay. Ren is really surprised that Mothpaw's life isn't as easy as he thought it was. Yeah, we lost some of our siblings. We were literally fished out of the ocean, for crying out loud. Twigspike is complaining that Pranspaw never does anything helpful. Oh goodness. Mistletail tries to look at Rockshade's actions from another perspective and starts to like him more. Okay, okay. Anything going on with StarClan? Faith increase, faith increase. Everybody's faith just keeps increasing, aside from Flint Claw and Hopstem, unchanged apparently. See, we're just glad it's not so hollowed out anymore, and we can attend the Half Moon now. The Half Moon Gathering, why not? You and the other medicine cats head to the Moonfalls, the stars shining brightly above you. Laurel Snow from Serpent Clan greets you when you arrive. That's right, Laurel Snow is from Serpent Clan. You and the other medicine cats settle around the gathering place. You open your eyes to find yourself in StarClan's hunting grounds. Welcome, Whisperclaw. I have a message for you. The one who hunts becomes the hunted through invisible lies and deception masked behind good fortune. Ooh. The one who hunts becomes the hunted through invisible lies and deception masked as good fortune. I can't copy paste that. I'm gonna try and remember that. Actually, I'm gonna make a little note of that. The one who hunts becomes the hunted through invisible lies and deception masked behind good fortune. Whatever that means. Okay. Well, Hillpaw is still an apprentice, but certainly next moon you will become a warrior. You are so close. Whisperclaw, can you believe it? I actually got to learn a real battle move today. Eee, so cool! You're kind of already an adult, so it's kind of... Oh well. I mean, definitely not cool. I'm very serious and respectful towards my sacred duty to my clan. That's a little bit more like it. Is James still there? Oh boy. Hillpaw helps apply poultice to a small wound. Hey, Whisperclaw! Want to see this battle move I just learned? I've totally got it mastered. You learning a battle move? Broken Paw attempts the move, trips over her own paws, and lands unceremoniously on the ground. I could have sworn I had it down. Yes, I'm sure. But that's also the reason that we're not warriors. Oak Needle guards camp. See, you're aloof, and you have valuable insight, and you're a good teacher. Princepaw and I are in the middle of a prank war. Want to help me get her back? Would I ever? I was thinking we could pour honey into her nest. Ooh, or fill a piece of prey with yarrow and trick her into eating it. I could definitely provide that. I was also thinking wasps could be involved somehow, but it might be a little tricky to get the wasps in on it. I don't think we can do that part. You ask Oakneal if maybe these pranks are a little too needlessly cruel? Psh, nah, trust me, if any cat can handle it, it's Prancepaw. It's all in good fun, sibling stuff, you know? Now back to the wasp idea. Maybe if we could somehow lure them into camp, Prancepaw would be none the wiser? Wait, Prancepaw is... is Prancepaw your sibling? Oh, apparently we are friends with Prancepaw. I didn't even remember that. Whoops. Where's us? Yeah, platonic like. Switch focus, and if I find Prancepaw somewhere... Yep. Ooh, look at Rockshade. You want to get to know Hickory Shadow better. No comment. Okay, sure, cool. Gale Dust catches extra prey for Leaf Bear. Or you kick a pebble across the clearing. Gale Dusk, who happened to be sitting close by, catches the pebble as it rolls next to him. He passes it back, and you end up in a decently spirited back and forth game, passing the stone in between the paws of warriors passing through camp. Alright, that's fun. Twigspike is proudly watching Birdkit plan how to hunt down a creature he made up. Absolutely no way am I getting out of my nest today. Forcing a cat this cozy to venture out into the cold, cruel world is a crime worse than murder, probably. Fair enough, fair enough. Grey Egg, we needed to speak to you, didn't we? They say crossing the border is off limits. What they don't know won't hurt them, right, Whisperclaw? I won't judge you on that. And Sandy Swoop, I think we had a bad argument with you, so let's go ahead and... That was what it said, yeah? We had a bad argument with you, so we'll just go ahead and do the argument. Your words do not define me. I know who I am and where my loyalties lie. Okay, well... I don't know what our argument was actually about, but okay. I think I see Moth Feather wonders if he could handle Shadowstar's position. I wonder if he could. Maybe someday. Moth Feather is sitting in the middle of camp, seemingly lost in thought. Nothing else I can do there, so... Mistletail thinks I heard a dragon cry in the distance. That is something I added, just so you know it. Interesting, though. That's the first time I've seen it. Mistletail sorting through the fresh kill pile. You ask what she's doing. Didn't she just sort through the pile this morning? Oh, well yes, but I thought I'd do it again. I was just suddenly worried that I'd been distracted the first time, and it'd be terrible if someone got sick because of me. If it's okay, I'm going to keep sorting now. I don't want to get distracted a second time. You take the hint and leave Mistletail alone. Okay. I just remember there was like some other cat who just barely joined. I can't remember their name. But I need to change their name, whatever it is. Because... Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Or was it Flintclaw? It was Flintclaw. I was thinking, oh, there's like some new cat I have to change because of Patreon. The new cat was Flintclaw. And Large Snow is glad it's not so hot out anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just insult you. That's not nice! Sorry. Tremble hopes she's being a good role model. Playful and a brave pathfinder. The crisp air this leafball is putting me in the mood for revolution. Revolution? What? James and Hillpaw are smart. What do you think of convincing them to help us overthrow Shat? Of course I'm kidding! Whisperclaw, Leafball is the season for relaxing. You guys couldn't see but my mouth had dropped down open. Like, when she was genuinely talking about, like, I was like, is this like some sort of game? No, she was talking about wanting to overthrow Shadowstar, what? Then she's joking. Haha, we say revolutions for Leafbear. Great. Great! I am... What is your relationship with Shadowstar like? Non-existent. Or wait, no. There. Tiny bit of romantic-like. Some platonic. A bit of jealousy, though. Okay. Well, okay. Everything has been like so complicated surrounding Shadowstar. It's so fascinating to me, honestly. Oh, Hopston, what are you doing in here? You're sharing tongues with Cedar Spring? I made a super soft moss bed for the Elder's Den. I hope it helps them rest easier. I gathered some down from the bird I ate at earlier and moss from the farther parts of the territory. Want to help me make more? We don't have that many elders, but I'm sure that they will appreciate it. Rootseeker also thinks they heard a dragon cry in the distance. Okay, well... Hey, remember that party you held for Hickory Shadow the other day? I held a party? What? Well, I'm just curious. Why wasn't I invited? I would have invited you because I don't know Hickory Shadow that well and I know you better. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't going to go either way, but it's nice to know others are thinking about you. I didn't... Where is this coming from? What? What is our relationship, actually? Just a tiny bit of platonic-like. Is it mutual? We gotta deal more platonic-like for Rootseeker than the other way around, but okay. Alright, let's go ahead and do a LifeGen patrol. Sunnal enters your den complaining of pain and asks for some herbs that might help. When you ask what happened, though, she clams up, seemingly too embarrassed to admit why she needs the herbs. Oh? Your attempts to help Sunnil just wind up going in circles. Despite you repeatedly explaining that you can't treat her without knowing what happened, all Sunnil will say is that it's nothing serious. The discussion ends with both of you frustrated and no solution in sight. This is basically... I work at a cat clinic, and the number of people who kind of like... I keep hearing, I just work with boarders. Like, I take care of cats who, like, their owners are going on vacation, or, like, for some reason, like, maybe their house is being renovated and they need a place for their cats to stay, so I don't really get, like, to interact with, like, the patients that much. Unless it's, like, a cat who needs to be medicated, or, like, they're coming in and they have to be, like, looked after for a few days while they're recovering from surgery. Anyways, I do hear that there are often times when, like, owners will, like, be like, hey, my cat's not eating, or, like, has there been, like, some sort of thing going on? Maybe, I don't know. And it's like, well, what has your cat been eating? And they just... Or it'll be like, my cat's acting weird and I don't know why, or, like, they'll go days and days. We find out, like, after the fact that they waited, like, for, like, a couple weeks of this cat experiencing symptoms before they're finally like, yeah, it turns out my cat is, like, literally on the brink of death, and, like, there's this thing, and it's like, well, was there this thing? It's like, yeah, I didn't think it was that serious, though. It's like, cats are very good at hiding their pain. If you are obviously noticing that your cat is experiencing symptoms of something being out of the ordinary, don't put it off. Have it looked at. I know that it can get expensive, but if you want your kitty to live a good life, a good long life, you need to make sure that they are looked at when you notice the symptoms happening. Like if you notice something, like there's been some trouble with the litter box, or if your cat is throwing up a lot more, like not just hairballs, but if they're like constantly like throwing up bile and stuff, or like if you're like petting your cat, you notice like there's some stiff fur and there's a rash. Like I noticed that with Axel like the past summer. And I had, like my sister was able to get him looked at her clinic because we couldn't get him looked at my clinic first because we're both vet. We both work at clinics. Like I'm not a veterinarian, I work with patient care, she's a receptionist, but regardless. Get your pets looked at if you think they're in trouble, please. And don't just like try and brush stuff off. Like if you're like, if you need help and you're just keep saying like, oh, it's nothing serious. I know it's like, it's easy to be like, oh, I don't want to take any trouble. I get it. I understand. But you can't be helped if you don't tell people what's wrong. Ooh, okay, large patrol is wandering past an old badger set dug into the rocky hillside only to freeze. There's a new scent here, acrid and sour. Well, hopefully this many cats can deal with badgers. I do see Fierce is in there. I see guarding and stuff is in here. Well, the only way to know is to check. It's Rowanpaw scrambles into the den for a look, and it's only by the grace of StarClan she's able to redirect that speed and twist around just as fast, furious fizzing following up. Just as fast, furious fizzing following up behind her, following her up the burrow tunnel, leaving behind clumps of her own fur. My gosh, Rowanpaw. Why? Alright, we're on a patrol with large snow and gale dusk, it turns out. With leafall washing the world in tones of red and brown, Whisperclaw feels the need to gather as many elder leaves as possible before the season turns and the clan must survive without new stalks during Leaf Bear. There's a particular tree and a sheltered dip along the stream she wants to check on today, bringing a group of her clanmates with her. Unfortunately, the elder tree Whisperclaw has picked out seems to have a bug infestation of some kind, and she doesn't want to use those tattered, diseased-looking leaves. Why? Why do bugs have to be like this? Okay, the patrol hears a strange thwacking sound on the other side of a boulder. After initial confusion, the patrol realizes that it is courting season for the goats that live on the mountain. The goat must be two buck goats engaged in a fight. It must be quite the spectacle. Let's proceed and see what happens. The patrol watches with glee, too distracted by the show to realize that the fighting bucks are getting dangerously close. It's too late to react before the two goats are upon them, pushing their fight right into the group of cats. The patrol tries to scramble back, but not every cat gets away unharmed, and Prancepaw got a broken back! Prancepaw! Oh boy, that is gonna be near impossible to recover from. I am so sorry. And I think I'm gonna do one more moon for this episode. Let's go ahead and come back over here, actually. One more moon. It's a great day to lie down and soak up the sun's rays. You take advantage of it. And you step into the medicine den, sighing at the disheveled piles of herbs scattered about. It looks like your duties have distracted you from properly sorting through your herb storages. Gritting your teeth at the task, you pull together all of the herbs, assess the quantities, pick out any of the decaying herbs, and group them in their designated placements. You give a satisfied nod as you finish, feeling your stress ease away. It's a dreary day today. Coldfur and Wren just came back from patrol and are sheltered beside you. The three of you share tongues for a bit, grooming out damp fur. Aww. Shadowstar is looking deep in thought. You offer to hear her out about whatever is bothering her. And Shadowstar responds to everything HydraClan's leader says at the gathering with a skeptical look and an undermining comment. And HydraClan relations have worsened. You might be wondering, like, why are we seeing, like, all these things happening with, like, the other clans? I am going to be kind of, like, going through and, like, during episodes. I cut it out because it doesn't have anything to do with us interacting, really. But, I do have, like the elders are telling stories, Rockshade is playing with the kits, mediators are mediating different cats, and Shadowstar is deciding what to do at gatherings. Which I had been neglecting before, but I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and like have Shadowstar like figure out what they're gonna be doing. HydraClan is supposed to be a rival clan to us. We were trying to befriend Phoenix Clan, that wasn't working out, so I'm gonna be having different stuff happening on occasion. We may try and mend relations with HydraClan, or we can try and make them worse. Fish River picks herself out of her nest and begins the day anew, a fresh conviction in her heart. Fish River is no longer having constant nightmares. Ooh. Mistletail travels to Serpent Clan to resolve some recent hunting disputes. The meeting goes better than expected, and Mistletail returns with a plan to solve the issue for good. Wren's white cough is gone, Mousetooth no longer has a running nose, Cedar Spring's torn pelt has healed, Bright Smoke has recovered from heat exhaustion. Shadowstar has been following the progress of Hillpaw for moons and feels it is finally time for him to get his warrior name. He is granted the name Hill Runner in honor of his vigor, and he's gotten white cough. Great. Rockshade was seen touching noses with a kitty pet. Scandalous. The clan has encountered Morb. Okay. Meringue couldn't miss today. Such a bright day, perfect for a walk. That was until Meringue detected another scent, a foul one. She recoiled, but not before long claws slashed across her face. Later, DragonClan found only blood and the scent of a predator at the scene. What? Meringue is dead. Was killed by an unknown predator. Was that the one who hunts and becomes the hunted? But what about the invisible lies and deception masked behind good fortune? What is that? That has to be what this was about, but what happened? Rowanpaw overdid her last sparring session, has been wincing all day. Seems she's a bit bruised. And the past moon, Meringue has taken their place in StarClan. DragonClan mourns their loss, and their clanmates will miss the spot they took up in their lives. Moments of their life are shared in stories around the circle of mourners as those that were closest to them take them to their final resting place. Rest in peace, Meringue. I wish I knew more about what happened. Let's see. Toadsnout checks in on Mistletail every day. That's good. Whisperclaw doesn't get why Cedar Spring gets more praise for doing the same thing than everyone else does. Oh dear. Meringue talks to Whisperclaw about a mutual friend they have been worrying about, and Meringue is now gone. That would have been a high positive effect, but I'm sorry, Meringue. Frank's paw believes in Large Snow's version of events when something happens and the clan doubts her. Fish River can hear the truth in Oak Needle's words when she talks about protecting others. Oak Needle realizes that Tree Lake would put his life on the line for a clanmate. Mothfeather has a lot of fun with Froststripe. Hillrunner lied to Cedar Spring's face. Shadowstar defends Tree Lake in conversations. Oak Needle realizes that Tree Lake would put his life on the line for a clanmate. I cannot talk. I think this is gonna be last moon though, so hopefully I can get some time to like let my voice rest a bit. Cranspaw thinks Warmburst is lying when she apologizes for something. Cranspaw compliments Tremble on something she was self-conscious about. Cranspaw believes in Large Snow's version of events when something happens and the clan doubts her. Cranspaw overhears Tremble educating clanmates about their fallen ancestors. Yeah, a lot is happening with Cranspaw, it seems, which I guess every cat is interested since you cannot really do much right now. How is the Medicine Den? We can care for up to 53 members, including ourselves. We still just have... Hillrunner has white cough, Pranspa has a broken back. There's just a lot happening. Violet Paw is eavesdropping on Gale Dusk. Oh dear. You wish Violet Paw a good morning as you cross paths in camp. He smiles back and then quickly continues the way he was going, as if trying to get out of the open as quickly as possible. Oh dear. Hillrunner got startled by a squirrel. Hopefully that was before you got white cough, but... Cranspaw just told me the funniest joke ever. It went like... How did that... Hillrunner can't even seem to get through his own joke without dissolving into a fit of giggles. You know, that happens to me. It happens to me all the time. I am not surprised. Rockshade is refining skills and recognizing the unique needs of each kit. Ooh. You try to sneak up on Rockshade, but he trips you with his tail before you can even get close. I can tell it's you just by the sound of your paw steps, dummy. Well, good for you, Rockshade. And Tree Lake feels a sense of dread. What is a sense of dread about? I met a kitty pound patrol today. They asked me what it was like to live in the clan. As if I have time to chat with any random cat I come across. Oh dear. Mothfeather was recently caught humming to himself. You look over and see a giant pile of leaves, with kittens playing around it. Good morning, Whisperclaw. Nice weather, isn't it? Mothfeather? What in StarClan? Listen, I might as well. The kittens wanted to have fun, and I'm just sitting here. Might as well get buried by leaves. Since Mothfeather seems unbothered, you leave him to it. Ah, that's what was going on. He's getting buried by leaves. Okay. Starry Night is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Starry Night is napping peacefully in her nest. A flick of her tail uncovers a patch of moss, revealing a hidden treasure trove of trinkets. There's shiny rocks, two-leg objects, and... Hey, isn't that your feather you lost moons ago? You've been looking for it everywhere! Starry Night turns over on her in her nest, reconsidering her treasures and vanishing your feather from sight. Well, okay then. Thanks for stealing, I guess. Gale Dusk brags about his latest exploits to any cat that will listen. Gale Dusk is up before first light, looking bleary-eyed and absolutely miserable. I am going to kill Warmburst. Like, actually, I'm not even joking. Looks like all his moons of weaseling out of morning patrols have finally caught up to him. Oh boy. Sorry, Gale Dusk. Lighter Zoom is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Hey, Whisperclaw, get a load of this one. What happens when a tree falls into the mud? It leaves an impression! Hey, where are you going? I mean, I'm at somewhere, I guess. We do need to talk with Shadowstar, because that was a thing that I saw. Let's see, you daydream about being a warrior in Lion Clan. Heard anything from Star Clan lately? Great, if we're all about to die, just do me a favor and let me know. You know where to find me. Great. Sure. I don't know. Okay? Grey Egg is crushing leaves under her paws. Grey Egg is mocking Warmburst in the middle of an important announcement. Ooh. When Warmburst turns around, Grey Egg feigns innocence, flooding her eyes with an unassuming smile on her face. As soon as Warmburst isn't looking, it's right back to her mocking display. Everybody seems to have it out for Shadowstar, even if they have a neutral or good relationship with her. And Warmburst to a certain extent as well. I want to check on Warmburst. Helps her around camp in between her duties. Have you ever had the feeling where you want to achieve something so much to the point that you feel like you're going to explode? I really hope I'm not the only one. Okay. I have suspicion about stuff going on. I don't even know if I'm right to be suspicious or... Oh, Broken Paw's wondering if Kitty pet life is really so bad. Broken Paw comes back to camp covered in soot and grime, a sheepish smile across her face. You stop Broken Paw with worried curiosity, wondering how she'd gotten herself into that mess. Oh, the soot? Well, I may or may not have tripped and fell into black stones two legs cooked to use their prey. And look at me, I could be mistaken for another cat with this grime in my fur. With those flowers, though, you're very distinctive. Okay, we got mediated by Mistletail with James, and we're getting along pretty well, I think. That's good. Alright, let's go ahead and do a LifeGen patrol. HydraClan's Medicine Cat comes to you after a half-moon meeting requesting advice. Okay, we're neutral on the whole HydraClan, DragonClan beef going on, so... You listen to their story and suggest a solution they hadn't considered. Okay. We're neutral. The healers, medicine cats, we're supposed to be neutral. Ooh, Sandy Swoop and Marigold Cricket hear a cat begging for their house folk to come back, just barely intelligible over the sound of a monster speeding away. Sandy Swoop finds a kitty pet collapsed by the thunder path, wailing for his housefolk. Sandy Swoop comforts him, asking why he was left there. The only explanation he has is that he's sick. Perhaps he was too much of a burden? Sandy Swoop offers him a place in DragonClan, at least until he recovers. He tentatively accepts, looking longingly at the thunder path as he's led away. That usually means that they have red cough, but we can at least try. Newcomer has yellow cough, okay. And let's go ahead and give you a name more in line with one of the Patreon names. You could be Long River, actually, so... Long... River? There you go. If you recover, and I hope you do, we now have Long River and we have Time Kit, Long River, and Flint Claw in the clan. Long River's also a Thai clan cat, but you know. And we're going on a patrol with just Sun Null. Whisperclaw notices that the moss in the medicine den is getting old. They need to go and gather some more. Mouse dung. When the two cats arrive at the best moss gathering spot, they find that some animal has dug up most of the moss. They'll have to leave the rest to repopulate before gathering from this spot again. I mean, we tried. Uh-oh. The patrol tracks the scent of a large dog along the edge of the clan's territory. The patrol tries to lead the dog away from the clan's borders, but with so few cats, it's impossible to cover each other's backs. Frilled Stripe follows to the dog as the rest of the patrol runs for their lives back to camp, terrified out of their pelts and mourning their clanmate. And Frilled Stripe has died. Aww. On one, my brain is like, oh, Frilled Stripe, I didn't really know much about you. But it's one less cat at the same time, which is a terrible thing to say. But it's kind of true. But our clan is still very huge. Like, I don't have, like, the mental capacity to, like, remember every individual cat. I do hope, like, there are some cats who are at the brink of becoming elders, and none of them are retiring. Fish River and Electron both should retire at some point, and they just probably won't. But for now, I think I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. So guys, thank you all for watching this episode of our DragonClan series. If you enjoyed, please do be sure to go ahead, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know any of your thoughts. Consider joining my Patreon, and you can check out episodes completely unedited before they are released. And if you submit cats to my Sims 3 series, I may end up adding their names in here via the Patreon submission form. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Stay safe out there, everybody.